Whoa! I'm going to talk about why you do want to let go of the club to get more club head speed, and how if your right hand is tight in the downswing, you could be throwing the brakes on your swing speed. Let's go and get started. All right guys, welcome back. Now this video is going to be really crucial for those of you who feel like you get tight with your right hand. Maybe you feel like you're taking your right hand and pushing the club through impact. If you're casting, you're probably using the right hand a little bit too much. That's causing you to get rid of that angle of lag and to start flipping through contact. All these things are happening from being really, very tight with the right hand, having a little bit of a misconception of what should be accelerating the club through contact, and they're all going to slow down your swing speed. So when we have this idea that we really want to use the right hand, I did this for years when I first started playing golf. This is exactly what I thought, is if I get kind of lined up here and I push the club forward with my right hand's obviously stronger than my left hand. I can really push it on down the fairway and get a lot of club head speed. What happens is, as we're coming through contact, if we have really good swing speed, let's imagine like a PGA Tour player, a Jason Day, Rory McIlroy, Adam Scott, whoever you like, as they're coming through contact, this club is accelerating very, very quickly. With a driver, it's going over 120 miles an hour. And what actually happens is, because your left hand is kind of at the end of this kind of lever or whip, however you want to visualize that, as the club's coming through, it's accelerating very quickly. The handle of the club's accelerating very quickly. So here's my kind of lever, my angle, and the releasing that angle that I'm creating. Well, my right hand really can't keep up with this. The club is accelerating so fast, my right hand can only really just kind of let go and feel like it aids and lets the club accelerate away from the body. The right hand will work back here to start to accelerate the club while you still keep some lag, but then it wants to feel like it needs to let go as we're coming through contact. If you were to grip tight with your right hand, because the right hand physically can't keep up with the acceleration of the club, it's actually holding the club back. It's actually keeping it from accelerating and kicking on through contact, and your swing speed will get lower and lower. So we need to loosen up the right hand. You may notice this in players like Phil Mickelson, Vijay Singh, Fred Couples. All those players, if you watch in their follow through as they come through the shot, you're seeing the right hand almost kind of come off the club like this. And that is because they're letting that club accelerate as they're coming on through. So now we know the right hand's bad. We know we don't want to push and be tight with the right hand. Let's talk about what we do want to do with the left hand to help this accelerate correctly, and with the entire body for that matter. So as I'm coming through contact, I want to have a good angle of lag in my downswing, and then from here, as I'm getting closer and closer to contact, I'm actually going to be feeling, they measure this in PGA Tour players now, but I'm going to be pulling up a little bit. So if you can imagine my arm working up this way, because this club has some angle in it, as I start to pull up on this butt end of the grip, my club wants to naturally accelerate to catch up with that. So I'm trying to get the angle to be up, even a little bit back, right as I'm coming in through contact, and that's going to help my club to kick forward and accelerate with this. Now we're going to feel this in these bottom 3 fingers of my left hand, especially the bottom 2 fingers of my left hand. As I start my downswing, I'm going to feel like I get some good lag. My left wrist is starting to bow just a little bit to allow me to keep the lag. My club's going to flatten out. I talk about that on the website. If you're an All Access member and you're following the Move series, very critical in getting a lot of lag and then getting good club head speed. I go over that motion. But once we have that built up and we got this good angle of lag, now from here, what's happening is my left leg is posting into the ground, my hip is moving up, my left shoulder is starting to move up. That pulls my left arm up, and now because I'm feeling like I have a little bit of a hinge here with my bottom 3 fingers, that's allowing this club to accelerate and whip on through contact. What you could do, if you want to feel this, go ahead and grab a club with just your left hand, make some swings, and let that hinge freely, and try to hit a few shots doing that. You don't want to control the club. Don't feel like you're maneuvering with your hand. You're just letting that hinging action accelerate the club. You're going to be able to hit that ball with actually some decent swing speed as you're doing that. So go ahead and try out about 20 or 30 swings, feeling like you push down and out with this left leg. That's going to move the hip up, the shoulder comes up, and then the club can whip on through there. We're going to do 20 or 30 of these just with our left hand only. And as you get more comfortable with that, we're going to add the right hand on there. Now the right hand is going to feel like, again, it's letting go. It's going to feel very soft as we're coming through contact. It does add a little speed back in here, but as we get to contact, when the club starts to accelerate so quickly that it runs away from the right hand, we don't want to throw the brakes on it and hold it back. So we're gonna go ahead, let that club accelerate on through. We're feeling like we're actually pulling up and back as you're coming through contact here. As a result, that club's gonna fly way away from your body as it accelerates. That's where you're gonna get that long flowing follow through. And it's gonna be very easy to do once we train this motion. So try that out. First we're gonna get lag, then we're gonna feel like this butt end of the club is turning up, and we're gonna allow that club to release away from us. So 30 practice swings with the left hand only. You can go ahead and even hit a few balls nice and easy as you're doing this. Then once you get comfortable with that, we're gonna add the right hand on, feeling like it's nice and soft as we're coming through contact. And then you guys are gonna be ripping that golf ball. All right guys, I hope y'all really enjoyed this video. If you did, I got an even better bonus for you. If we wanna get distance in the golf swing, we've gotta get a lot of lag, and then we've gotta let that lag go. Well, I've got my #1 lag video. I'm gonna play a preview of that here in a second. If you're on a desktop device, go ahead and click the link that pops up on your screen. If you're on a phone or a tablet, click the iCard that's somewhere on your screen right now. That's gonna take you to where you can get instant access to that full video. Plus you're gonna get 5 videos from our Top Speed Golf system. Never gonna cost you a dime. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. Click that thumbs up button, that really helps us out. And also remember to subscribe, that way you'll see our newest videos. See you guys in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're going to do is we're going to set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're going to try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm going to talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also going to give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building the lag in the golf swing. So what we want to do is throughout the swing, I want to have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not going to set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only going to max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be.